But yeah, you got these two albums, man. Played a vital part. Game was in the forefront of the West Coast resurgent. Lupe was adding different flavors to that Chicago hip hop because Lupe didn't sound like anybody that I was checking for from Chicago at that time. He didn't sound like Kanye. He didn't sound like Twister. He didn't sound like Common. So that was adding a different flavor to that Chicago hip hop, which in turn added more value.
This is hip hop album debate. Let's get the conversation going. Ain't no time to waste. Yeah, the podcast that I know you've been wanting. They talking real hip hop. Got everybody talking. Let's go. Yeah, keep it 100 and stay true. Hosted by my homie Q. Tune in and come through. Yeah, this be the spot, the number one place all day. This is hip hop album debate. Let's go. Hey, yeah.
Welcome to Hip Hop Album Debate, the podcast. This is Q, and this is episode 86. And the debate topic is, which was the better album between Lupe Fiasco, Food and Liquor, or The Game's Doctor's Advocate? That's right. Hey, but before we get into this conversation, you guys be sure to like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Dig that? All right, so let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. So we'll start with the Food and Liquor. Man, what made me start checking for Lupe was when I heard him on Kanye's song "Touch the Sky." Before that, I can't recall ever even hearing of him. I'm sure he was doing his thing before that. I don't know if Kanye put him on. Probably did, because I would like to believe that Kanye would have had signed him or something like that. But yeah, that what made me start checking for dude. And you know, got a hold to the album. It was cool. You know, of course you got the kick, push. You know, you got that joint on there. But he definitely had some songs on there, man, that was a good listen. You know, real. Just might be okay. He say, she say. Daydreaming with the beautiful Jill Scott. Pressure, which I felt like he held his own, you know, rapping alongside Jay-Z. Not to say that he outdid him, but I felt like he held his own. So, you know, this album right here, man, is kind of like I guess you could say a conscious record. You know what I'm saying? This was like the second coming of Tribe, if you ask me. I like Lupe because he stayed in his lane. And he was probably one of the first ones, again, that I can recall really pushing that skateboard culture, if you will. But then let's go to Game. So you got Game's Doctor's Advocate. I was a fan of Game after the first album, right? The documentary. But the second album, I was more so curious to see what he was going to do without Dre, without 50. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, everybody was, well, I'm not going to say everybody, but it was quite a few rappers rode the shirt tail, of 50 Cent. Not to say that they weren't talented, but I mean, let's just be real, man. If I was signed to G Unit, I would have, you know what I'm saying? I would have did well. I mean, 50 did what he's supposed to have done, being the boss, his name carrying weight. So he did that for Banks and Buck, which I enjoyed the albums, but I wouldn't have been interested in them had 50 Cent not stamped them. So that's what I'm saying. So with Game, okay, the second album without 50, what is he gonna do? And I feel like that first song, that One Blood, was a hell of a counterpunch to anybody that was doubting dude. What a hell of a song. What a hell of a counterpunch, again, just to let people know, you know what, I don't got 50. I don't have Dre, but you know what? I can still pull this off. And that what made me check for the album. Compton, Remedy, cause you walking in Roscoe's with your chain hanging. He forewarned us now about the jury in Roscoe's. R.I.P. to PNB Rock. But you got Let's Ride, One Night. Of course, the title track, Doctor's Advocate, an open letter to Dr. Dre, which I thought was phenomenal, heart touching. It was just a beautiful song. Admitting his faults, but also admitting that he was influenced by Dre and he's cut from the same product of Dre. So how can you blame him? So I thought that was a beautiful song. Bang was a song that I like listening to as well. So I think Game, man, he doesn't get the credit that he deserves in terms of storytelling, man. I figure I'll throw that out there. But yeah, you got these two albums, man. Played a vital part. Game was in the forefront of the West Coast resurgent. Lupe was adding different flavors to that Chicago hip hop because Lupe didn't sound like anybody that I was checking for from Chicago at that time. He didn't sound like Kanye. He didn't sound like Twista. He didn't sound like Common. So that was adding a different flavor to that Chicago hip hop, which in turn added more value, in my opinion. So anyway, let's get back to the original question: which was the better album? Man, it was tough. But I had to go with Doctor's Advocate. That was my go-to, but it was real close, real tough call to make. But let's see what you guys had to say. All right, nobody left a comment via SpeakPipe, but we do have a few from social media. We got Storm.wave, STXRM.wave from IG writes, food and liquor, and it's not close. My man Antonio Fuller, what up with you, boy? He writes, The Game. Alright, on Facebook, Marquise Bailey writes, Lupe. Alright, so that's what the people had to say, but let's see what the people had to say via polls. And 43% said Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor, and 57% said Game's Doctor's Advocate. So there you have it. You guys let me know, man. Do you agree with me, the polls, or do you disagree with me, the polls, or the comments? Y'all let me know something. This is an ongoing convo. Alright, y'all holler back at your boy Q. 3 words, I'm gone. Peace.
Hey, yeah.